Welcome to the Reset Glow podcast with Miss Janelle Draper here today. What's going on?
I'm so excited to be here. Should we do
Are
a little cheers?
Yeah, cheers. I was saying I got some Snoop Dogg rosé. That's how you know Snoop's crossed over into the mainstream. I mean, obviously the whole Martha Stewart thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not laced with edibles. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. I hope.
Cannabis.
I hope. But yeah, he I remember when he first came out, the whole gangster rap thing was a big fucking deal, and he was some sort of bad guy. Yeah. And then of course he had the murder charge he got out of.
I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, he got acquitted on a murder charge.
My
now he's selling everything, including rosé.
Look, I would too. Look at that.
Yeah, I saw him in a pistachio commercial.
No,
there's nothing less hood than selling pistachios.
Yeah. Well, he did open for 311. So.
He opened for 311?
Yeah.
I would think 311 opened for him.
You're right. No. Sorry, I saw him legit open for 311 when I was in high school in Boston. So that's
maybe
pretty.
Only in Boston is a place that Snoop Dogg would have to open for somebody.
Yeah.
He's not big enough to draw a crowd.
Yeah, that's pretty that's pretty generic. That's pretty
huge.
sellout. Yeah, he is. For a while, my great uncle who's 80, who's basically a priest, he's so religious. I changed his ringtone to Snoop.
Did he have any idea what it was?
No, he had no idea. It was the funniest thing every time the phone rang. I was like, Jesus is calling you. What's up?
Where'd you grow up? You grew up in Boston?
I grew up in the suburbs. Yeah,
Which one?
in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, next to Lowell, the FIDA.
Yeah, I almost married a girl from Andover.
Oh right, we've talked about this. Yeah. So you almost married her.
Oh yeah, that was well before I got into comedy. I mean, that was that ended 2012. Yeah, shit, 10 years ago.
Do you miss her?
No, that's why.
Fucking cheers to that. Okay. I wonder if she listened. She's your most faithful listener.
I think I spoke about it on a podcast once.
Drink after you cheers.
Yeah, sorry.
I
was in the middle of talking. She wanted to start a family right away. And I didn't have any interest in that, so I was like, I can't.
You were like a Wall Street bro, right? Making money, finance.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I was one of those douchebags, but I always find it funny, the Wall Street bro thing.
Yeah, you hate hearing that.
Well, I guess. Look, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
I did go to the restaurants that those guys go to, and we went to Nantucket for Fergali and all that stupid bullshit.
Wish we were friends then.
Oh,
buying the bottles.
Yeah, well, I had money back then.
Yeah.
That's why you wanted a free drink. I got you a free drink.
No,
I got you Snoop Dogg rosé.
No, I wouldn't go to Nantucket. That's so bougie. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I mean not the way I do.
I go to Hampton Beach, which is
funny,
classier than Jersey. Hampton is so scum. No, Hampton Beach.
Oh, I've been up there. That is sort of white trash millionaire.
It's white trash Boston. But that's cool. No, I'd rather know you now. You're very humble. You're talented. You're funny. Wouldn't you rather be yourself
Yeah, I've
now?
always been. I've never I never gave myself any credit for my own achievements. So I was always humble. Even on Wall Street, I was more of a New York street kid. All those kids went to prep school and shit. They went to Andover. I just went to public school. So I didn't quite fit into that. I mean, I had fun with it.
Yeah.
And there was definitely parts of it that I imbibed in, but I certainly
imbibed.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing the Patagonia vest with the Dockers. I wasn't a boat shoes guy.
Oh, fucking Sperry's.
I never wore that.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was never that.
Although I have a pair.
I tried once to wear loafers without socks, and I wanted to, and I felt like such a fucking.
Did you get what is
I was in St. Martin of all places.
I love St. Martin.
Let me wear the boat shoes without the socks. And
Did you get blisters?
Yeah, my feet stunk, and I looked like I didn't look right on me.
I see the sock. You got some low socks.
Yeah,
You like my shoes? Should we have our feet kiss?
That's weird. Never had that on the podcast.
No, really? Never had some foot love? I guess because my feet my toes are double jointed, so I'm very.
What can you do with your
I can do a lot with my feet.
This is the kind of thing that the listeners. Yeah, as I'm saying, the feet OnlyFans thing has got to be the best one going.
But mine
you don't have to show your face.
Mine are double jointed, so my toes can
go.
What can you do? With it? Anything.
So you can
I can
hold
hands.
Knit a sweater with your toes.
Yeah, but I can't even knit with my hands. So I wouldn't know how to do it. I don't know how to fucking knit. I have fun. I go pole dancing. I don't knit.
You pole dance? Is that?
I've done pole dancing classes, but I always thought you're either someone who likes to stay home and knit or crochet or go do a pole dancing class. You can't be somewhere. I feel like you can't be somewhere in between.
Okay, so you're either slutty or not.
I don't even know if it's slutty. It's if I were to have some downtime, I'd rather work on my upper body strength and get sexual, empower my sexuality than sit and fucking sew.
That's got to be one of the greatest things about like the feminism 2.0 movement. I don't know who started this scam, but convincing women that like, that like oh, hey, if you take a stripper class, it's good. It's like good aerobics. Meanwhile, it's just like
It is
it's
though,
great for
no.
guys to be like, hey, look at
It's hard. It's really
to
hard
get
to
their
lift
girl to act
yourself.
like a stripper.
It's
It's like, hey, hon, why don't you go lose some weight and learn how to be a little
learn how
sluttier
to
for me.
Slut
Slut it up for me a little
like,
bit.
what even is a slut though?
Well, I mean, yeah, someone who sleeps with a lot of people.
But like, I don't know. I feel like that's not so bad.
Well, I think I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
it's all about the way you carry yourself. I mean, there's a lot of people that sleep around a lot that don't act trashy. Like being promiscuous, like having a lot of partners and being kind of trashy and slutty about it are two different things. Like I know plenty of people that have a lot of sex that aren't at all like are very unassuming. Very understated.
Right.
But if you're walking around looking, like you're going to,
Get plowed.
walk the track like a prostitute, like people are gonna have an expectation of that.
You know what? Last time I was having dinner with my parents, my stepdad said to me, "Don't swear so much. It's gonna make you look like a loose woman." I was like, "What? I love to swear."
That's one thing I don't get.
I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
why? So guys are allowed to
Swearing-
swear, but women can't.
I felt that way about swearing. Like, oh, you can't. Even adults, like, oh, you shouldn't say that. It's like,
Why?
it's just a word.
It's the best. Like, fuck is the best word.
It's the most versatile word I know.
It could be everything.
Yeah.
An adjective, an adverb, a verb,
It
a
replaces
noun.
in Boston.
I don't-
Like, no one says
yes.
in Boston. They say fucking.
Yes.
Like,
Wicked fucking piss a kid.
no, but I'm saying like you know how you say like if you're like looking forward
Right,
in
like a
Boston it's
grabber.
fucking
So true.
They don't
That's a
say
good- that's a
they say
good-
fucking.
Yeah, it's true. That's
They
actually a good
replace with
impression.
it.
Yeah, I never understood like what bugs me is that like fucking instead of like
Yeah, well, it's all about intent. I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like that's part of what we're trying to do with comedy, right? Like, it's not what you say; it's the intent with which you meant to say it. Like
I get down with that. Yeah.
like I've found like some of the worst insults you could hurl at a girl is like not calling her fucking bitch or a cunt. You call like a little rat. You're a pig. It's like, shut up, you rat. Like it's how you say it. Like it hits harder.
Rats
you
are
call,
so
when you
smart.
call a
I'd be
chick
like,
a pig.
"Thank
Oh, you're
you."
such a pig. You're
Well,
like,
you know what?
oh.
And the thing with cunt is so funny. It's such a powerful word. It's such a fun word to say. I think we need to take it back, like claim it back, and like not make it such an insult. Like I think cunts are fucking powerful. Like you give birth, they give life. Like I don't understand why.
Yeah, but you never refer to a vagina giving birth as look at that cunt giving birth. My
I
wife's cunt
have,
is amazing during her birthing
my
period.
phone says
Like,
cunt on the back,
you would never,
and I have a shirt that says
you would
cunt.
never
Like
say
I
that.
love the word cunt.
Oh, I know, but you would never like I said if
Look at
if
that
my
sexy
wife was having
little cunt.
my wife was giving birth and her mother's like, oh my god, the baby's coming out of her cunt. She's like, no, like
Yeah. No, I don't. I agree. It's not used
a-
like in a clinical sense,
Yeah.
but I think it should be brought back as like a.
I think it'd be fun if you
powerful
used it in a
word.
clinical sense.
Yeah.
Sense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if your
Go
doctor
watch out
comes
for
in.
that cunt.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah. Your cunt smells a little funny. I think your pH is off.
Just called it a cunt. Cunt. I don't know. Yeah, it's very pH heavy cunt.
I like using cunty. That's always fun.
Cunty. She's so cunty.
So I've never called a girl a cunt, but I'd be like, you're acting a little cunty right now. I've said it to
Wait, how did that?
And they
how
laugh.
did that?
Well, they
like,
usually laugh.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
be a
like,
little cunty. Be a little cunty. Come on.
Yeah, you're like,
get you some
kinda-
food. You know, they'll laugh.
You're a little
Yeah, you hungry? You're like a little cunty
You
right
look
now.
cunty.
Get you some food. Get your blood sugar right. You know, they laugh. But if you
Cunty
can't
hangy.
call them a cunt because you're getting a little cunty with me.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's temporary. Like it's gonna pass.
yeah, it's like
you're
you're
cunty
not
right
a
now.
cunt. You're
and you'll be
acting
an
like
angel
one. Yeah, you're
later.
acting a little bit like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on the way to
Full
Cuntsville.
spectrum cunt. You can be gray area cunt.
It's like autism. There's a spectrum on how much of a cunt you are.
I got diagnosed with being a cunt.
I think the first 5 minutes of this podcast were just reviewing the word cunt.
Ooh, okay.
We said it about 40
I'm
times.
Sweating. I know. I need to hit this. I need to hit this bottle,
I know.
man. No, I love it. You're the second person that like introduced me to this wine this week. Like, oh, is this a new
Well, I
thing?
figured chicks always like rosé. I've never met a girl
Yeah.
who doesn't.
But I'm not a chick. I'm a cunt. What a cunt
Fair.
drink. Merlot.
Fair.
Merlot. Whiskey. I drank mezcal all day yesterday. That's why I'm so tired.
I ate mushrooms
Slapped some
yesterday.
makeup on for this. I'm like, let's do it.
I ate mushrooms yesterday.
You had what?
I ate mushrooms yesterday.
Oh,
man.
I've never done mushrooms.
Oh, Janelle.
Isn't that wait, next time we should do them on this podcast.
I've never done mushrooms on a
Let's do it.
podcast.
Would
And
that
I got to be
fun?
honest. Yeah.
No, you're like, I don't know.
It would be, but the problem is like doing it in studio like this would feel a little too formal.
Then I'm on the floor like,
if I
call
had
911.
like if I had cameras set up so we could just like sit on a couch and run it for the whole thing.
But I
maybe.
kind of forget that the camera's there. Like, I don't know if that's good or bad. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
about to slip a tit out right now. Be like, what's up? I just feel like we're
Get the
hanging
stripper
out.
pole up.
Despite,
Fuck it, we're gonna go crazy.
I feel like I had 2 sips of rosé and I'm like, I'm back, baby. Like, I could lay down and tell you my deepest, darkest fears. So, like, I don't know if I need to be anywhere more casual. Like, yeah, no, I've never done shrooms, never done cocaine.
All right, well, that's good.
You're in the right place.
No, that's expensive.
Yeah.
With inflation, God knows what the price of cocaine is right now.
Also, I'm not trying to like get fentanyl. Yeah, inflation. Also, like I feel like fentanyl's on the rise.
Well, that's fucking wild. That like,
right?
I feel like
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't get. I mean, I feel like drugs, like street drugs, were safer back in the day.
For sure, because I think it's supply and demand. Like I think they need to keep up with.
Yeah, like once the
Chinese
started and the Mexicans started cutting it with Chinese fentanyl. You know, like
what's the difference between Chinese fentanyl and American
well, no,
fentanyl?
because they get like
you get hungry after the first.
So apparently, China supplies all the precursors for like methamphetamine production.
Okay.
Because it's not illegal for China. Like in the United States, it's illegal to sell like the precursors for methamphetamine and for fentanyl.
Okay.
In China, they have no such laws.
Wow.
So they could just they manufacture knockoff pharmaceuticals. And they, Mexicans will buy them and then ship them to the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, and they'll use the synthetic fentanyl to like expand the bullshit heroin that they're making down there. It's all just to increase their profit margins, but they're killing people.
Yeah, it
was much better when the Colombians were involved. They seem to be more honorable drug dealers.
Yeah.
Bring back the mafia for Christ's sake.
It's the cartel, right? Oh no, that's the Mexican cartel. What's the house?
Yeah,
cartel
now it's the Mexican cartels. Well, because they're the ones that supply all the drugs to the United States.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just stay away from all that stuff because I'm like, you know what? I can get hyper enough on my own. If no one wants to hang around with me on coke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you like an ADHD patient?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you have you have Adderall. It's better than cocaine.
I'm not like prescribed Adderall.
Okay.
I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD.
You just self-diagnosed?
Yeah.
A little WebMD action.
Yeah, well, my dad also told me recently. He's like, I figured out I have this. I was like, oh my god, me too. We like compared our symptoms while I was walking around Trader Joe's, like. Just on the phone with him, like, yep, we do have ADD. While I can't even pay attention to which broccoli I should buy.
That is one thing about the internet. Like, I completely forget, like, because people are always hypochondriacs. But without WebMD, they couldn't like go down the rat hole of figuring out like what is my problem.
You not the rabbit hole, the rat hole. What's the difference between a rat hole and a rabbit hole?
Well, I grew up in the city. I say rat holes because there was no rabbits in
when
New York.
You see
But there were plenty of rats going into holes.
Okay, I need to know how you feel about rats because I hate
them. They're fucking disgusting.
Okay. When I
rats and roaches, the two I can't do.
Well, I actually like the both of them. Like
what? You like? What do you like them? I was actually going to talk about it later because there's an article about some people, like some company paying people to put roaches in their house.
Wait, why would they pay? Oh, to get subletters out?
We'll get into it right now. Fuck it. I'll skip the segment. We can just fucking go all over the map with this one.
Well, because I have
apparently,
so I can't keep.
There's a pest control company giving people $2,000 to release 100 roaches into their house, and then they're going to test out a pesticide to see if it works. And they're like, oh, if it doesn't work, obviously we'll come in with
Wait, what? So what do they get out of this? How much? They're getting
$2,000.
That's it, $2,000, and you're getting
to get a roach infestation. That's like I wouldn't.
You couldn't pay me.
I was like, sure.
$10,000. Oh, you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me $1 million.
Well, no, you can pay me $2,000. I just won't live in the place. Yeah, get me a hotel room and the $2,000.
$2,000 is not even that much.
Yeah, but if they exterminate all the roaches, like if I'm gone for a week and they run this test in my apartment and there's no roaches when I come back, I don't care. But like, I wouldn't want to live in the house and they dump the roaches into it.
And
like,
how are there? I don't believe that they've gotten every single one. I don't believe there's gonna be a couple extra.
Well, they guarantee they'll come back until
they guarantee.
But how do you? That's the other thing too. Like,
you gotta find one in your cupboard.
Nuclear weapons can't kill cockroaches. What makes you think these pest guys are gonna get 100%?
Right.
Like I wouldn't trust it.
I'm not on board with that. I feel bad. I feel sorry for those people.
But times are tough, man. For $2,000.
No, I know that's sad. That's. I love when you make yourself laugh and you hit your head. Like you bring me joy when you laugh. Like you have a great laugh. No, it's you get your head up. Like
I like laughing.
I was at a.
That's why I got into comedy.
Same.
Yeah.
I was at a bar. Actually, I hate laughing. Love roaches. Love rats. No,
That's weird.
No. I love
odd kink, but keep going.
I was at a. You want to talk kink? Because I was at a club the other day. Not even a club. It was like it was Blind Barber. You guys. And it's that cool speakeasy in Culver City where you walk through barbershop and it's got this great space for shows and whatnot. My friends were doing a show. I counted 5 massive roaches as I'm sitting there. One was on the wall. I was like so skeezed out by the end of it that I was like sitting like this, like just didn't want to get it like in my hair. I hate that feeling.
Dude, Jamie
so
Kennedy
much.
was at like one of the I won't name the club, but I think he posted on his website or on Instagram anyway. But he was doing a set and a rat ran across the stage while he was performing.
It's nuts.
How wild is
That's
that?
Nuts. Dude? Although
getting upstaged by a fucking rat. Obviously, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like they freaked out by a rat running across the stage.
Yeah.
Even Jamie.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Are you living? Where are you living now? You living here?
I'm here, baby.
When'd
No, I
you
flew
move
in
here?
just for this podcast.
I didn't know. You said you were going back east.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still a little bi-coastal. This past year,
All right.
I was
Just
bi.
say you're a lesbian and get it over with.
Wait, I was saying that last night because I went to a really bad mixer, a Bumble mixer.
What the fuck is
love
a Bumble?
Bumble.
What the fuck is a Bumble mixer?
You know
Let's
Bumble,
get
the
into-
app?
Of course I know, but
So
they have mixers?
It's like they're testing it out. It's called Bumble IRL, and like it was actually, hey, yo Bumble out there, good job on like the drinks and location.
Sponsor me.
They took video of me last night, so like I kind of was doing some reads for them because it was a lot of fun, but like the people there, not so great. Like there was a guy that was
losers to come to this event.
a guy that was like 70 came over, and he was like,
Wait, they had no age range for this event? It's like anyone's welcome.
and this guy's like, I'm Charlie. I'm like, my grandfather's name is Charlie. Like, no joke. I was like,
How many people?
I
at
said, I
this
was like, I'm
party?
sorry, I'm a lesbian. Like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, you're the most engaging person I've talked to all night. I'm like, well, I like to scissor, so keep moving, Charlie. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, he's like, I know the type.
Yeah,
I've been
well,
to
saying that's not
Cabo.
going to turn him off.
Yeah, I
You know,
guess
it's
it, like
gonna
gave him
keep
half a Woody. Like,
keep
I
old
was like,
Charlie around for another half hour to ask about the
it
scissoring.
wasn't working. Yeah, it was not working out. Literally, like I was like, Charlie, I got like I'm eating. He like came to my table. You get like a name tag and a wristband, and I mean, in theory, it was really fun. It's just like the clientele of people who attended. It was like way more hotter women than men, and I think that's why so many women turn because they're like, this fucking sucks. All the girls show up looking hot, hair done, and the guys are like sad little puppy dogs. Like you catch their eye backs and they're like,
How
suck
many?
on you.
How many? Like people in total were here? Would you say?
I want to say about like 30.
Oh, so it wasn't like 200 people.
No. It was pretty small, but it was in a place where there's other people not there for the mixer. So it was like a casual vibe, and it was a great location.
And how did they reach out to you about? Like, how did this come
So
together?
my roommate's friends with a dude that works for Bumble, so we kind of just like went as his like plus ones. Like, let's be fun, like free drinks and whatever. And it was a fun night, but it was definitely like it was definitely a vibe. And then I went to a show after. I did, Poncho's show, Dano's show,
Shout
and
out
I
Dano
got
Carter, the best.
love Dano, and I got to go up after Ali Wong, and that was fun. I'd never seen Ali live before.
She's great.
She's awesome.
She goes on there. She lives down there. She's on that show. All the
That's
time.
what he said. Yeah, he's like, oh, you've never seen her live? I was like, surprisingly haven't. So I got to like follow one of the greatest, and it was a great day. But I drank so much at this Bumble event, so it was so awkward. Why did I talk? Oh, lesbian. Yeah. Oh, I've been.
She got hit on. She got hit on by.
I
a
got
chick
hit
at
on
the
a
bar.
lot. No. I got hit on by like men that I was not into, so I just was like, oh, I'm a lesbian.
Well, there's only 15 of them.
Yeah.
You're better off swiping through the app. There's a lot more of them on there.
Yeah, I know. I do typically. I like Bumble.
I could
I'm
see
a
how
fan of
people would be
Bumble.
weird at in-person dating now because no one does it.
It felt like
You know?
a singles dance.
Yeah,
it
it's
felt
like a
something
fucking Sadie Hawkins dance in middle school or some
exactly,
bullshit.
because that's why I was excited for that though, because I live in the awkwardness. I'm like, this would be so fun. I love to break the ice. But I was like, oh, this is like above my pay grade. Like I can't be doing this. Like a lot of people that didn't speak English. It was just like you could tell.
Do they speak English? Where'd they go to the fucking Home Depot?
Well,
and get,
no,
with a flatbed and pick up some guys? Like, hey, muchachos, get in. Like, what?
No, I think actually those cool people were actually pretty cool. I think it was like, honestly, I connected with a couple of people that were like new here, and they were like doing well. I was like impressed with what they knew so far in terms of English, but like I could
Oh my
just
god, this was straight up a fucking.
it was a cult. No.
Yeah, I was at a Bumble mixer at the border.
I think the people that end up coming were actually people I've realized that like probably don't have the best luck on the app. So
Because they don't speak English, of course. They're having a straight up
Not all-
conversation. If
Not
they can't
everyone.
type.
I just want to say I had a good time, and I
Okay.
do support it, and they're gonna do more of them. They're new at them. I think it's a really cool idea in theory. I just like,
I'm surprised I haven't done that more frequently.
well, they're promoting it in app. I think maybe they need to do more promotions for it. I'll tell you about the next one. We can just go and have fun. Like
I
it is a fun
I don't like to
experience.
be doing that.
No, you don't- Are you dating anyone?
Yeah, I'm seeing somebody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually am too. So I.
Yeah, and but also even if I was single, I wouldn't want to go to that kind of
Well,
fucking thing.
excuse me.
Well, no, because it's just awkward. Like,
But it's a fun like
you know
breeding
what I
ground
did?
for material.
You know what I did do back in the day? I
What?
went on a grouper date. Remember
Me
that?
too, dude.
I went on 2.
Me too. Those are fun.
One of them worked out. One of them, me and my 2 buddies, we all hooked up. It was great.
Oh,
And
like you all.
I dated the girl for a little, like it was like a little summer thing, 2-3 months. We
Perfect.
had fun.
That's all you
She,
need.
know.
Wait, so you all weren't going for the same person? Because that's what happened on mine. We all like Jeff, and Jeff's like, I don't like any of you.
No, we kind of. I mean, guys,
You're like,
I
whatever.
feel like guys
She's
are
got a hole.
a little more fair about it. Like, like if someone's really
Tell
adamant.
me how your system is. Like, is it like, oh, I call dibs
Well,
first?
no, mostly it's like whatever if the
girl
girl's feeling it,
Okay.
So you just kind of got a sense like who gravitates towards who, and if you're happy with that, you're happy with that, and if you're not, you stick it out so the other guys can do their thing, and then you just beat it. You know, like
okay, but this
kinda-
time you all went home with someone.
Yeah,
That's pretty great.
Yeah, the second time around was a fucking nightmare. Me and the same guys went, and me and one of my buddies, Ben, shout out Ben, I won't say your last name, got fucking obliterated.
Benny boy.
Before, because we had met up for drinks before the date. Like, and we had like 14 Tito's and sodas between the two of us in 2 hours. Yeah, 7 apiece. And then went down.
7 apiece.
Yeah, for like,
I wouldn't be
like
walking.
6 to 8.
I wouldn't be walking.
Oh, I mean,
How old were you at this time?
I must have been 31.
And
30,
you have pretty
31?
good tolerance for booze?
Yeah, it's probably 30, 31. Yeah, I still do. I mean,
You do, yeah.
I drink plenty, but
But
I'm
you were
also
fine
much
and Ben
bigger than you.
wasn't? Ben wasn't fine.
Ben was obliterated, but we hated the girls that showed up. But one of my buddies knew one of them from like through work, kind of.
So it was an accidental? Or I mean,
They didn't know.
spontaneous. It was like,
Yeah, because you don't know who you're setting up with.
oh shit, that's so true.
They like set you up, and it's like 3 guys, 3 girls go. And he's like, oh, she's kind of cool, she's kind of hot. I don't want to try to hook up with her, but she's also at work, so we can't just, you guys can't just fuck off on me. And Ben and I are like, all right, bullshit. So we start drinking shots of whiskey.
Because you're like, we're stuck here.
Yeah, and we hated the other 2 girls, and eventually we were like, hey, we're gonna go get some drinks. We'll be right back, and we just left. And we didn't answer. So we like basically we like ran out on the girls and my buddy.
They were probably so pissed. Those other
Dude,
girls.
he didn't talk to us for 2 months. He was furious.
Oh,
with us.
because he really liked
Yeah,
that
he's like, dude, I work with this girl. Like, she works in another company in the same industry I'm in. Like, like she's a nice. Like, you made me look like a fucking dick. And I'm like, bro, we didn't want to be there. He's like, yeah, but you could have like just said something. But like, he's like, yeah, we were already hammered. Like we. Come on. Like we weren't.
Couldn't you have just gotten a mulligan? Like, okay, but so did that girl not want to talk to him after that? Because it's like you are.
No. I mean, he like smoothed it over with her, but we just like made him look like a jerk.
Yeah, but 2 months.
As we ran out.
Are you still friends with the other friend? The moral justice.
I haven't spoken to him. Well, he lived back in Boston. I haven't spoken to him.
Okay.
But I mean, we were friendly after that. We like
Yeah,
patched
yeah.
things up. But like, he was not happy about our maneuver.
You guys probably had high expectations for the second one because the first one went so well. But then you like pre-aimed it. Like,
No,
what
I
was
think
that?
both times I was apprehensive about it because I mean, this is like, you got to remember when Grouper came out, it was like Tinder was the only other dating app at that time.
Oh, but okay, Cupid. Fuck it.
I never used that. See, so when I got single, so it was 2012.
And Coffee Meets Bagel. Remember
That I remember that one. I never tried that one, but that I always felt like that was like Asian chicks trying to meet Jewish guys. Something about it.
I filled it out wrong.
It's not the name. It has nothing to do with the name.
I filled that one out wrong, and I just kept getting emails. Oh, a girl wants to meet you. I'm like, I don't want to meet her.
Well, that's another thing about the dating apps that's fucking bizarre. Like with Bumble, the BFF section.
That's weird. I mean, I guess.
Dude, I dated a girl who was like didn't know anybody. She moved to New York.
Okay, you get
And I was
older.
like, that's still weird. Like, just meet some friends at work and then meet friends through them. Like,
yeah.
like
I guess it's more.
like,
I could
going
see-
on a dating app to meet a friend is the
Yeah.
saddest thing you could do.
Yeah.
It's the only thing sadder is paying for the dating app.
Oh,
That's
I've
creepy.
upgraded before just to be
Why?
because I know you're drunk
As a
and
woman, you don't
lonely.
even need to.
I know, but it's fun. Like if you want to not do the work of swiping and just be presented of who likes you, that's kind of cool. But I mean,
What do they charge you for it?
I don't remember. It'd be like $40 a month, something dumb, or maybe
What?
less. I don't fucking remember. I can look at my
$40
statement.
for the.
I don't remember, Randy. I don't know.
Oh my
I'm
God.
rich, so no, I'm not.
I know you're
I'm not rich.
making it like that. I mean, yeah, she's rich, fellas.
No,
She's
no.
available.
Oh, I'm not. I'm
Janelle
seeing
Draper
somebody.
on Instagram.
But you can also follow me at Janelle Jokes. Just kidding. I might be available. No.
Yeah, I'm always in the market for more followers. Don't
Yeah.
get that twisted. I'm a whore. Give me your money. No.
You are a little whore. No, I don't know. Why am I saying? I said it like I knew you. I was like, well, you're a little whore. I'm like, no, we've never hooked up. Not yet, anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I've never hooked up with a comic.
What?
Not my thing.
You told me this. I've only hooked up with like.
I have weird rules
few.
about these kind of things. Like,
Well, fine. I'll go.
just
fuck
like
myself.
someone was asking me the other day about cheating. I was like, yeah, I did it as a younger man. Not anymore. It's too stressful. Too
You
fucking.
can't. Who
It's-
does this
I don't
time?
have-
I can't barely
To
handle
be
one
worried about it.
relationship.
I got enough concerns about
Yeah,
like,
no,
money
no.
in my career. I got to worry about getting caught. Like, I'm not
Also-
gonna do that.
Okay, don't you? I'm gonna get deep for a second, but don't you feel like we get enough validation being on stage that like we don't need the extra attention by like
I don't know. You've seen
some
me
person.
perform. It's pretty fucking empty in there. pretty.
You're
weak
laughing at that.
response.
No,
I'm
no.
kidding. No. Well, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like a
no,
big-
no. First of all, no one gets too much validation. Everyone wants their fucking ego stroked.
But when people cheat, don't you feel like they're looking like they're so insecure? They're looking to have their cake and eat it too. And I feel like we have an outlet for a lot of our insecurities.
Yeah. Well, I mean there is something about that like being more open and on stage and doing that kind of thing gives you a buzz that can fulfill some of those. Like it's a
Totally.
drug, like saying like
Yeah.
like I don't do drugs before I go on stage because I like being on stage sober so I
Ditto.
can experience
Ditto.
that.
Well, you
you
don't
know?
even have a drink. You'll have a drink.
I'll have a
though.
drink, yeah, but so I've said like I've gotten stoned for like weed shows,
Yeah,
I
those
don't
are
like
fun.
getting high like 2 hours before a show and then doing a show.
Agreed. I don't know
Like
if people
I'll
do
get
that.
high for the show if it's for the show.
Right.
And otherwise, I'm sober and I'll have maybe a beer or two. And then after this, after
Then you
after the
fucking
first show, I'll have a
rocked.
whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been drunk on stage and I hated it. I just because it like time is like I like remembering being on stage.
Yeah, like I was drunk last night.
So that
on
yeah,
stage.
exactly. But that fills a hole that the attention of a woman or a man doesn't need to be filled by them. Like
sure.
because you're getting that the accolades and the dopamine hit by being on stage. You don't need the excitement of seeing somebody behind somebody's back.
For sure. And then you can go home to like your secure base, which is like your person, and be like, oh yay, like you have the double dopamine hit of like. And I don't know about you, or you've seen me perform. Like I'm very like I have a lot of sexual energy on stage. I'm very flirtatious, and I feel like when you're in a relationship, anything you say and do on stage goes. Like
I fucking yelled at a girl. I was dating a girl when I first started, and she
try to like control your shit.
She was like, you shouldn't say that about a joke I'd written that I'd written when we were split up. About like single life or whatever. It's like, oh, you shouldn't say that you're not single anymore. I was like, first of all, don't ever tell me about what I'm doing.
You're like, I don't go to your meetings.
It's a performance.
Yeah.
Like, it was true when I wrote it. Like,
How long were you guys dating at that point?
We dated for about a year, and it was like 6 months, and then a 2-month break, and then 6 months.
Okay.
So I'd started like right at the end of that first 6-month gap, and then performing, doing open mics, and she came to see me at a show.
Wasn't a fan of that one joke. That's bullshit.
No, and I was like, don't tell me.
You're like, now we're not even gonna date. Like now,
my act. Don't ever. Like,
yeah.
That's my thing. Like, let me do my thing. Like, I don't fucking
Yeah,
I'm looking over your shoulder.
spreadsheet.
Your fucking cubicle. Hey, carry the one. I'm not.
But I think that goes to show like who can be with a comic, right? So like, that's why I don't think I need to cheat either, because when I date someone, they know. I'll actually say in the beginning, like, don't even come to my shows, because I am like a different person. I'm a different person on stage, unless I like. I'm a different person on stage. And so I can sometimes get off on that extra freedom, the creativity, the expression of like poetic license of like being flirtatious, finding someone to flirt with, having fun, having that rush of like if you were single, but then you leave and you're actually not. Thank you so much. And so it's a fun kind of loophole we get. Not that we're in it for that, but I think we also get to like pretend more than like a normal civilian would. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Like,
well, as I said, it's a stage performance. It's, cheers. Like the idea that
you got a drink.
That everything you have to stay on stage is true to that exact moment is irrelevant because you're performing.
It could be like an embellished persona of like who you make.
Yeah, you're also just breaking the somebody's balls or whatever in the crowd. You're just fucking around.
Yeah.
But I also find too, like, I mean, especially at least where I am in my career, like, if I'm dating somebody with a regular day job and I'm going out at night doing comedy, there's a lot less time to cheat because at night I got to go do comedy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, that's a little
and during the day you're off doing like. So when do I have the time to be fucking around? Like people work during the day. Like, unless a girl wants to come see me at noon on a Tuesday. Unless he's also unemployed.
Maybe a coffee meets bagel girl would come see.
Yeah, like I said, unless he's unemployed as well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to meet anybody.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna happen. So.
Yeah, I think we're good people. I think we sleep better at night.
No, I'm still a terrible person. I've done terrible things. I'm just saying I do less terrible things now than I did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Okay,
Hopefully.
cheers to being less terrible.
Well, that's not true. I have other terrible things I do. I just traded in my bad.
What even means terrible? Because I was trying to think about this the other day. I had a friend be like, "What's the worst thing you've ever done?" And I couldn't.
What a great question.
Right? And I literally, not to sound like high and mighty or whatever, I'm not trying to sound any type of way, to be truthfully authentic with you, I couldn't come up with something like so tangible that I was like, "Oh, that was just terrible." I really couldn't. Do you have a list? You have a list?
No, I don't have a list, but like
could we talk about
things
it?
I'm
like
not
one
proud
or two?
about. I mean, I've had an affair with a married woman years ago.
Oh, okay.
So
that's on the list.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
I felt bad about ending my engagement, but it turned out to be one of the best things I ever did in my life. She found and met the guy she has 3 kids with now. She's living
that's
a great
great. And
life.
I'm sure you did it
and
with
they're all
care.
happy. She knows what I'm doing. She's thrilled for me. So like that was terrible at the time, but it turned out that's the thing. Like you never know.
But it's not terrible because you did it for yourself.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, a terrible thing in your life could turn into in the future be the best thing that could have happened to you. You know, like how many drug addicts got clean and like straightened their life up, and they're like, well, if I hadn't gotten clean and gotten out of that horrible situation. So you don't. It's hard to say with any concrete, finite answer that this is a terrible thing because it could lead to something else that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't murdered anybody. So that's one thing. That's one thing no matter what, right? Yeah. Not yet, right? Yeah. But that's one thing. Like,
if I don't leave here tonight, you guys.
Yeah, you can't undo. That's horrible. You know, like. But everything else, like, it could change over time as to what it means to you and the people around you. Could have been, the disaster could have turned into the best thing.
Agreed. I couldn't agree with you more. And I feel like that mentality is good to keep with everything in mind. Is like when good news comes, that's like the Buddhist way to think about it. Is like just being neutral about it, because it might seem at surface initially really exciting, but you're like, I don't know what this might lead to. Like,
oh yeah, I read a lot of the Eastern philosophy, and it's true. I mean, like I forget what movie it was, but there's like an old Tibetan,
oh yeah,
monk thing where it's like, we'll see. It's like, oh,
we'll see.
like,
we'll
a boy,
see.
a boy got a pony. It's great. We'll see. He fell off the pony, broke his leg. That's horrible. We'll see.
I love that.
There's
I
a
love
conscription.
that.
He didn't get drafted. He's have to go to war. That's great. We'll see. He stays home and gets smallpox and dies.
I think
we'll
important.
see. You never know.
That's good to keep in mind, like day to day, just because it's so hard to like let go of control and let go of not knowing. But if you stay in the present tense of just like, we'll see, you're kind of just more mindful in every bit. But I want to get back to the thing about you calling off the engagement. I bet you did it like with care and tender love. Like you weren't like
it took a few months. It was hard,
but it wasn't like you were like on the group date like fucking peace out. Like,
no.
So like that wasn't even so much terrible. More like that was a hard thing you had to
do. It's a difficult time, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, at the time felt like this is fucking terrible because you proposed and you proposed and took
oh
it
yeah.
back.
I mean the whole wedding was planned. Airline tickets were bought. 200 people. Yeah, it was a whole thing. No money got back from the.
And you felt terrible.
Yeah,
but like looking back, you did it probably with the utmost love and respect you probably could manage at the time.
Yeah.
And I bet you she's like that was part of her process and journey. She was part of yours, and then you like. I think that's like beautiful,
It's pretty alarming how little I think about it now.
I guess I did.
It only comes up when people ask me about it, like on the podcast, or like,
I guess
hey, because I see my comedy, I'll talk about jokes on stage. I'm like, oh, we really married. I'm like, yeah, it was the whole thing, but it's funny how like after time passes, like you just don't even think about it. Like how often do you think about your first high school boyfriend? Almost never. But I'm saying, but 15.
Mine died of a heroin overdose.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
R.I.P. Bugsy. R.I.P. Bugsy. Best kiss ever.
Bugsy?
Bugsy is the nickname. It was so sad. I couldn't.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's very, very Massachusetts of him, though.
Yeah, I know.
Got caught up in that.
I know. That was literally my first boyfriend, fourth grade.
Oh, but I'm talking about like your first high school.
Like legit.
Yeah, like your first
lost
love.
my virginity guy.
Yeah, your first love.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that 15 years ago. I bet you never think about him now.
I think about him. I get him.
Really?
Well, no, because we're like. We were family friends for a while, and like he made it very clear that I was kind of like the one who got away. Hey, sorry if you're listening to this. But he's a big fan of my stand-up. He's been to shows. I think we're like on amicable terms. Although he has a wife and a kid. But
how long ago was this?
I mean, it was high school, truly, but it dragged on longer than it needed to. So like college, I didn't date anyone. He's kind of like my back burner guy, and then after college, he's always kind of the guy I went back to. It was like a comfortable thing, but we also had a lot of history together. Like we were family friends, we lived in the same neighborhood growing up, and we like went to Italy. We had a lot of great experiences together. Shout out if you're listening. You were great. Great guy.
Bugsy, good dude.
No, Bugsy, R.I.P. You're in heaven.
Oh, different guy.
This is a different guy.
Sorry. What's this guy's name? Muggsy?
I'm sweating. Let's go back to feet touching. This is the new first base pandemic time. You're like so uncomfortable with this. Wait till we take off our shoes.
We're playing footsie on air.
That I'm sweating. Is this normal? I'm literally sweating. Thinking about my past relationships, I'm like,
it's
because I don't even feel like the camera's here. This would give me some bottle of wine and I will tell you everything. Like, it's both a blessing and a curse.
But I'm saying you think about him often because I don't think about.
But not in a way that I miss him. Just like, but I live in the past sometimes. I'm nostalgic. I'm a Pisces, so I'll just be like, how's he doing? Oh, remember that memory? Like I can easily a song. I'm triggered back.
I have more anxiety about the future. It's weird. Of course, like there's things I wish I can go back and have done differently. And anyone out there who says they have no regrets isn't living life right. The idea I have no regrets. It's like fuck you, man. We all make mistakes. We all wish we would have done things differently. Like if you don't have any regrets, you're not living hard enough. You're not trying hard enough, in my opinion.
But
there's got to be things you regret. I wish I'd done that differently.
But
that's what a regret is.
I love playing devil's advocate though. We just talked about how you at the moment felt like it was terrible at the time, but now you look back, that makes me who I am today. So I think when people say I have no regrets, they're actually just like surrendering and embracing that like they would not be who they are today if they had not done that said thing. So like as much as I agree with you, like we can all do things better. That's what hindsight fucking is. That's why youth is wasted on the young. I do love to stand by. I did that because that was the best information I had at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean that's where the suffering comes in, right? When you're like, "Oh, I wish I would have done it differently." It's like, well, you had no idea. There's no other way you could have done it.
That was the best you could have done.
Yeah, you could
drive yourself mad. You could drive yourself mad. Be like, well, why didn't I do this or that? I mean, do that with my career the most. It's like, oh, I could have. Why didn't I keep in touch with that person? Now, like, it's like, but you have to be like, I operated with the best of my knowledge and abilities at that time. And you have to have compassion for that younger version of yourself. Because now where we are now, right? 10 years from now, we'll be like...
I lack all compassion for myself.
That bums me out re-ND. But like 10 years from now, we'll be like, hey, remember then? What have we, like, what are we now fucking up that we're going to look back and be like, why don't we do
I know.
this?
Well, that's the hard part. You start playing with yourself. That's where the anxiety
Right?
comes in. It's like, am I doing it right now?
Do you have
Like,
anxiety?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Are you? I'm on Sexy Lexi.
No, I'm on nothing, man.
Nothing.
I'm on
Do you work
street
out?
drugs.
Street drugs.
Street drugs. Marijuana.
Do you exercise?
Yeah, I work out.
That's good.
Gym,
Yeah, you seem like you're pretty
hike
fit.
and stuff like that. But
where do you hike? Because I need like hot,
over,
fresh places.
man.
I'm so sick of like the city streets.
I've hiked like 500 miles in LA County.
What? You need to send
During
me your
the
list.
pandemic,
Send me
dude,
your
I was
list.
doing 50, 60 miles a week.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You have a hiking buddy? You go solo?
No, I was going solo.
Whoa.
I would just bring a
fucking
couple of
127 hours, James Franco.
I know. I would literally walk for 12 hours a day. I would like get up.
Wait,
and get
that
up.
guy has regrets for losing an arm, right?
I mean,
He lost an arm, right?
He
definitely lost
had
an
to
arm.
cut off his own fucking arm.
Fucking A, man. That's
Do you think you're
insane.
capable of doing something like that? Like if you're in a bind?
I'm a fighter. I don't. Not that there was a flight
I think I
option
would
in
just
that
kill
scenario.
myself. I would take my little blade
But I
and
think
stick it in my neck
that's
and be done with
But
it.
isn't that what's next? Like, cut off the arm first. That's basically killing yourself in that moment. Is that not?
No,
being
it's a long, slow death. I would just poke that fucking thing right in my jugular.
I
and
don't
bleed
think
out.
you would. You
I
love
mean, if you're
life,
pinched and hanging,
dude. You love life way more than you think you would. Even if you're pinched and
no,
hanging,
that's not
you
true.
see a
We
bird.
have,
You see the
I don't know
sky.
if I don't know if we love life, but human beings definitely have a survival instinct.
I have a fucking
think about it,
survival
like,
instinct.
There's
do.
There's a reason why even prisoners prefer life in prison than the gas chamber.
They find their new normal. They
That's
have
what I'm saying,
routine.
Like somehow you're like, oh, I guess this is it now.
Yeah,
And
you drop the soap, you find a companion. Better than nothing. No, I'm a fighter. I want to live. And I know that's like my genetics. I've unfortunately, I don't know, I'm knocking on wood. Sadly, I've seen.
It's IKEA furniture. It's probably plastic.
It's like, this is doing nothing for you. It's gonna make you die sooner. No, I've seen like great aunts, uncles. I've seen elderly relatives that I love, Boston, Irish Catholic, also Italian, have like great family relationships. And I've seen them at their worst on their deathbed, and I'm there to be supportive, and they're fighting for their lives when like literally every organ's failing. So I know that's like in my genetic makeup, which is painful, and it's hard to watch. And it's really hard to watch someone who's like 80 and they're literally dying before your eyes an hour before dying, and they scream out to like their mom or their son who's passed. Like,
God, you've seen all this?
Yeah, I've seen it because I'm close to my family and I didn't want to not be there, but like that's what fucked me up the most is like no matter how old you are, if you're like seeing death straight in the face, you're in the hospital, you want your mom still. Like you might yell out mom or this or that or like scream.
With any sort of comfort.
Sort of comfort. And even though those people you're screaming for like are already gone, I put it up because in those moments, of course, I'm like, yes, heaven. Like I want to believe that that's a place where my loved ones are. But I think I would be just like those relatives of mine that I would be like, even though I'm like in the worst physical shape of my life and like ready to go, I'd be fucking fighting because I'm like, I love living. I love mezcals. I love Bumble mixers.
I'm fan of Bumble mixers. You live for the Bumble mixer.
I live for anything that's not like a 6 feet underground. Like I wouldn't want to be cremated. I know I'd be underground. I want to have people come visit me.
Oh, see, there's
I'm a
your ego.
narcissist.
Even
oh yeah, for
even
sure.
Dead, you want to hold an audience.
Of course.
When I'm dead, I want to be forgotten.
You're gonna be cremated in sprinkles.
No, I'm gonna throw my body in the trash where it belongs.
Fuck off. I don't believe it.
No, I really don't. Honestly,
I don't believe it.
My last two roommates, I was living with a lesbian couple in Boston. Shout out
Claude.
Michelle and Michelle and Olivia. They're the best.
M&O.
Olivia was in medical school. She's now a doctor, an anesthesiologist.
Oh, get it.
And I asked her about donating my body to science. I was like, I'm an organ donor, but I want to use everything. Like, what do you like? How do I do this? Oh, she gave me like some links and paperwork. Like, you can donate your body to like a university, and whatever they can't use for donation, they use it as a cadaver. So like me and other doctors can practice on it. In medical
Totally,
school.
my sister did that.
I was like, let's do that because I don't want there to be a box with my ashes in it sitting on someone's mantle, or even worse, someone's gonna take up a plot of perfectly good ground. Like they put my body in it, come visit, put flowers.
No, that's how I feel.
Wasting their money.
But I like this about you.
The memory of me is the memory of me. Like once I'm dead, there's nothing of me left.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I got a brother and a sister.
Are you the middle?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. Me too.
Oh, here we go. What's my birthstone?
I don't fucking know. Blue? Are you?
You've been here for what, 3 months, and you're already very LA. It's like, oh my God, what's your sign?
No, I said, are you middle child?
Are you Jupiter rising?
Hey, audience. Hey, I did not. I'm like, hey, did you guys? I did not ask your sign. You just projected that onto me. I said middle child because I'm middle, and I'm like, you give me middle child vibes.
I saw where this was going.
No. You're giving me middle child vibes.
Okay.
I told you that I was a Pisces. I don't give a fuck what anyone else is.
Okay.
That's the ego.
Yeah, no, but like I said, I think I don't need the whole wake. That's weird. Like I don't want to look at anyone looking at my dead body like in a casket. It's
Do
fucking
closed casket?
not at all. Just go. I mean, like do like an Irish wake or go to the bar.
Are you not good with like death? You seem like you might not be great.
I'm fine with dying. I'm fine with
no, not you dying.
being dead. Dying seems horrible. Like a slow long.
But I'm not
death.
asking about you.
Like if
I'm
someone
asking about
came up
family
behind me and shot me in
members.
the back of the head and I just dropped dead like that. Dropping dead, I'm not afraid of. It's like if I died of like a 8-month battle with cervical cancer, colon cancer, whatever.
Oh my, you're having like sympathy.
I'm a woman.
Like,
I just
commiserating.
I
Your
just came
organs
out.
are commiserating. No, but I mean, how do you deal with death of loved ones? How do you deal with that?
That's tough. Thankfully, I haven't lost too many people close to me. Some.
Not that IKEA shit right now.
My grandfather's probably the closest person I lost, and I lost him a couple years back.
Yeah.
And that was tough. And it was really tough, like, not, like, seeing how sad everyone else was. And just, the big thing is, like, oh, man, I just wish I could talk to him again,
Did you have that last, like, closure?
Yeah, well, the
combo?
last time I saw him was that we were all at family vacation. He was fine. I hugged him, said I love him, goodbye to my whole family. Because we get
But
together
you didn't know
once
he
a year.
was going?
No, he just, they thought he had the flu. He got bad. My grandma was like, let's take you to, down the emergency room, make sure you're all right. And he had a massive heart attack and died.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So but that's
But
the thing,
not
like,
painful, though, right?
Yeah. So there was, I took some comfort from that, like my last memory of him was just a robust guy. Like he was like walking around doing himself.
That's
yeah.
nice.
So it was like I didn't have to go through the horror of having to see him like disintegrate, because he's such a big character in my life. Like he was sort of the man in my life.
Strong.
Yeah, and I looked up to him, so that would have been really devastating. So he was just there, and one day he was gone. Like
it's hard to lose a loved one to like Alzheimer's or like dementia, where like they start
my
losing.
great grandmother went by. She had dementia in the end, and that
Dementia's
and that
so
was hard to see. That was hard
It's-
to see because she wouldn't recognize my grandmother, her own daughter, sometimes.
Yeah, and like
that's-
that's actually how my great aunt went, and it was like very hard. God, it's just
that scared my grandfather. My grandfather told me that he's like, because so it was my grandmother's mother that had dementia, my great grandmother, and they were all living in Florida. And I went with my grandmother, my grandfather, to go see my great grandmother, and she didn't really recognize her when she came in. It's tough. And I remember my grandfather telling me one time, he's like, man, if I ever get older and I don't recognize you guys, just take me out back and shoot me. He goes,
wow.
He goes, I was like, what's the point? I was like, if I don't remember my family, why am I here?
Yeah.
He's like, I love you. I'm here for you guys. Like, if I don't know you guys, please take me out.
What
Like,
am I here for?
yeah, like exactly.
How's your grandma doing without your grandpa?
I mean, it's tough, but she's doing all right. She's strong.
Did she ever come out and visit here, or?
I had her on the podcast last year.
That's so fun.
And I'm seeing her in a week and a half. I'm going back to family vacation. We go in July.
Where do you guys go?
We usually pick somewhere between like DC and North Carolina. We rent like an Airbnb and all get together for a week.
Where did you guys pick this time?
North Carolina, somewhere outside of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I'll be there in September for a North Carolina Comedy Fest.
Good Nights? Oh no.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
Nights is gonna close and reopen.
I don't know Good Nights. This one's the Idiot Box Comedy Theater, but I'm also doing
I haven't
like
done a comedy festival yet.
you should. Oh, the fun one I just did was shout out to Rogue Island Comedy Festival in Newport, Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Doug
that was
Keys
cool.
runs it. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend. I should recommend you for that one. That one's really fun. I enjoy them, but
Yeah.
like
How was fucking? That's right. I forgot. I had Glowacki on. How was doing this?
I know,
Wilbur?
I
How'd
love
that night go?
that. Oh my
He's the
God,
best. Isn't he the sweetest guy?
he's the sweetest
Yeah.
guy, and I'm like
the
so
best.
in love with his whole family. Their little baby Lila, like.
He
I
was
think
good to me.
Brian's
He was good
amazing.
to me as an open micer when nobody needed to be good to me. He was like just a sweet guy.
He's a sweet guy and he's crushing it right
Super
now. And
funny.
I'm so honored that like he included me in his special night at the Wilbur. Like that was a career highlight for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cause just like the whole way in which he went about that night, like you know,
did it all
like,
himself,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so and like. I had about 130 family and friends that came out just for myself. He had a shit ton of,
Nice.
and so it was like a big old party, like back
Awesome.
in Boston. So I had the best time. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it was like such a high. Again, back to our high. Like I didn't even feel the need to drink after. Like so many of my family and friends were like,
oh well, that's
wasted
the
after.
hard part about leaving a show. You're buzzing. You're like, fuck, man. You want to keep the party rolling.
Yeah. But you don't drink before, so I was like, but I was in this natural high that everyone was buying me drinks, and I just kind of sipped them because I was like, I don't want to get sloppy. I want to remember this night, and like, it was kind of hard to like go back to like regular shows after that. I was like, just fucking only do theaters, man. Like this is too good.
Was timing a little weird? Like playing such a big room.
No, I didn't think so. Oh, because I had done it in March. I opened for Hannah Burner and
Hannah.
yeah.
We're internet friends. I haven't met her yet in person.
Oh, she's the best. She was
But
just
my
here
little
a little while.
joke meme. She followed me early. She was probably the first person that was verified to follow me because I commented on one of her jokes. She's like, "Oh, that's really funny." And she followed
She's
me.
amazing. She's the best. Yeah, she's great. Her and Paige Sorbo, who run Giggly Squad, they sold out Wilbur like 2 shows in one night in March, and so I opened for those shows.
How'd you get hooked up with her?
Just from the New York
Scissoring?
comedy scene. Yeah, we scissored.
Bumble mixer, and then we scissored.
Scissored in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Bumble
it's a
mixer.
scissoring mixer. We come to scissor.
fajitas
No pants
and then
allowed.
tuna.
Men on men scissoring, just rubbing balls.
Yo, I love balls. Can we talk about balls for a minute?
Nobody
love
loves balls.
Okay, if there's one thing that you guys take away from this the episode, I want you all to know I'm a fan of balls.
Why do you like balls? What about what's
I have. Do you want to hear all my reasons?
Yeah, let's give me the
Okay.
reason why you like balls.
I have multiple reasons.
I got nothing but time.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sweating
wow,
just
she's
thinking
deep
about
breath.
it. Okay. Okay, first of all, I like that they have the same skin as the vulva. So I feel like I know them because the skin is the same sensitivity.
You mean that chicken skin?
It's
You know what I'm talking about. It looks like chicken skin.
I don't want to know what you're talking about, but I kind of just talking about. But like, it's that sensitivity that the balls. You know how your balls are really sensitive. Like that is exactly how our vulva feels, and I like the act of like feeling like, oh, we have that in common, and I love that.
So you like sucking on a man vagina?
Ew, I don't like a man vagina. I don't like guys. I'm like, oh, I don't.
Well, you like the balls
guys
that reminds you of a vulva.
Because they're just powerful. They hang. They're unwanted. Women don't really want them. Like women are not.
That's
fans
what I'm
of them.
saying. Like no one's ever bragged about. Like you should see the balls on this guy. I'm fucking.
I that person, I brags about that. I feel like I know them. They're like coworkers to me. Like they come, it's like I'm like, hey, I know you. Like they're just like sagging at their desk, like slouching over. I'm like, yo, what up? Let's fucking work, baby. Like I just feel powerful holding like a set of balls. Like I feel. I mean, one time I liked a set of balls so much that I just was like.
You bronze them. you have a cast.
No.
I like balls.
I like bit it too hard. Like
bit his ball bag.
I was like licking, and then I was just like.
He must have been fucking furious.
No. But we did never talk again. No, no.
Yeah, we went to the hospital and then we never talked
You
again.
never called me back.
It was crazy.
No.
I paid for stitches
I
and
don't
that
know
was
what I
it.
did wrong. No, it was a nibble. Come on. It was a
Did
nibble.
you bite the ball or the skin?
It's the fucking same thing.
Well, there's the skin and then there's the ball in the skin. If you bite the ball, that's gonna hurt. The skin, I feel like has a little less.
I think I was just like, oh, this is so good. And then I was like, I was like joking about biting it. And I just think I just like made it happen by accident. He was like, ugh, and I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
And I said, I'll never talk about this on stage. And here I am talking about it.
Think about biting my dick.
No.
Biting my nuts even worse.
I also just like trying to make them the star of my bedroom because I think they're like so undervalued. Like they're like extras on a set. Like I just think they're important.
Balls are extras on a set.
Yeah, like no. Like why? Yes, like why are women like, oh, we don't like balls, we don't like balls? How the fuck are
What
you
women
supposed to
aren't
get
licking
pregnant?
balls? I feel like women will lick anything you want these days. It's
I'm-
2022.
but
You have to tell them not to lick your asshole.
Okay, I've always been licking balls. Let the record show. Before it was cool,
I was
I've been
licking
licking
ball- I was-
balls and taints since I was in fucking high school. No, I don't know. I'm sweating. I don't want anyone to hear this. Please do not share this with my little cousin and my mom, my
You're like
grandma
the Harvey
on
Milk
Instagram.
of sucking balls.
No, I just like the what? The Harvey what?
The Harvey Milk of sucking balls.
Who's the Harvey Milk?
He was like the gay mayor. Like he ran for mayor of San Francisco in like the 70s and was like the
he
first
started
openly
the
gay.
trend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's me. That is me. Line up into my DMs if you want your balls cuddled.
Balls bitten. Call up
No,
Janelle Draper.
I do not bite anymore. It was just like looked so tasty.
One nibble on the nuts. and
One
that's
nibble
it.
on the nuts. But like I also like to be nibbled. So I expect
Wait, what?
like I
What-
enjoy
What part of your vagina do you want bitten?
like you're not you're acting like I'm hooking up with fucking vampires like
Yeah, well, it's a
Dracula.
weird thing. I mean,
It's not a weird thing. I wish I had another perspective right now. I keep looking over. What is your
There's a
producer's
Harrison
name?
trying to get in.
Harrison, can you say something? Because I feel alone over here, and my vulva's quivering
well, it's one on one. It's fair.
Okay,
But
fine.
what
I'm just
do
saying,
you like bitten?
Okay, here's the thing.
I don't want to assume it's your vagina.
It is my vagina.
What part of it do you want bitten?
Just nibble. When you eat me out, just like a little nibble around
like
the side.
teeth?
Yeah, fucking teeth.
Wow.
I bet you so many girls are gonna be like, oh, I fucking like that too. They're gonna try it. It's not bad. Obviously, gentle. I mean, I'm someone who likes to get
What if you're
pretty
like
playful.
bucktooth and shit? You got big
What
teeth
the fuck
like
is
a
a
beaver.
buck? I don't hook up with a very nice teeth, so I have a high standard of who I hook up with. So and I like nibble when kissing. I will like suck someone's
I
bottom
mean,
lip.
that happens.
But then you bring that to the body, so that's not so uncommon.
I don't know about using teeth on any general area. It's
Well, you're
questionable.
fucking lame. Sorry.
All right, I'll bite the next girl I hook up with and see how that.
Somebody
I'll
try
I'll
this with her.
I'll
Cut-
report
let's do-
back to you.
Yeah, let's do the reporting
No
session
way.
of like a truth or dare. Like I'll give you a challenge. You give me a challenge.
Oh no, that's even worse.
No, I think you're like thinking it's like more like okay.
Yeah,
tongue is in the cervix.
no one
tongue
likes a
is...
toothy blowjob, so I don't know balls on my
Okay,
nuts.
but a guy would like a little like tease of it, like ooh, maybe not, like a little slight, like a grazing of the tooth, because it's sexy,
Well,
it's
look,
nerve wracking, it's all excitement.
To be honest with you, Janelle, in this
texture.
in this
It's
day
texture.
and age, you're right.
Yeah, I don't
might
know.
be-
You're acting
there are
very
guys
vanilla.
Who,
You're
there are
acting
guys
very...
who like having a heel stomped on their dick.
Right, exactly.
So you're right. Some guy might like to get bit.
Someone
on
wants
his
to be
dick.
fucking knocked out and choked, so I think they wouldn't mind a couple
Bite my dick.
sexy
Like,
little
don't ever
teeth.
bite my dick.
Don't worry, we're not hooking up because of your rule anyway. So I'm fine over here. Just creaming my little romper over here.
Biting your vagina.
No, just
All
a
right.
nibble.
Let's do
Just
it.
around the edges to keep it exciting,
To keep me wondering if you're gonna eat my vagina
okay,
off.
Have you ever had an itch? Girls get itches a lot, and like you can
Yeah.
stick a good old nail in
You
there.
got fingers.
So that's exactly that's the same sensation of the itch you do
Scratch
with your nail.
my vagina with your teeth, please.
Yeah, actually, I stand by that. So how
That's
many women are gonna love that?
ridiculous.
Probably, I guarantee you, at least 100 of your 10K followers are gonna be like, yeah, I've done that.
I'll
Put it out there.
When I
Put it
post
out
a clip,
there.
I'll do a little survey and find out how many women like to get their vagina nibbled on with teeth.
As if there's another way to be nibbled, like not a rat nibble.
Well, look, I mean, you can
Like
like
a
use your
sexy
lips,
man.
but to
A lip is on a nibble. Yeah, like a little.
Jesus Christ.
You make me feel like I'm like so crazy out
Well,
there. I'm just like a
not so crazy.
young-
Just sounds painful.
No, it feels fucking good. I have a high tolerance for pain. High
Sounds
threshold.
like it. Here's a question for the news, and this I like. It's interesting. I'm a proud mistress, and here are the 4 lies cheating men tell you often. So, what lies have you had? Have you slept around with guys who were cheating on their wife before or girlfriend?
No, never.
Never. Really?
I swear.
But what's the most common lies you've heard from men?
Common lies I've heard from men.
Because I mean, the cheating is got to be the most common lie. Oh no, I'm not seeing anybody, and they are.
Oh yeah. Or like here's one they say like, oh no, we're going through separation, but like they're actually happily married. And they're just like
Yeah.
horny or like looking for attention.
Yeah, we're on the rocks.
Yeah, they're not wearing their ring.
What married couple isn't on the rocks, buddy?
Right. I think that's what marriage is. Rocks and getting nibbled on your vagina.
Yeah, our marriage is struggling.
And-
yeah, I know. I know it is because you're married.
And paying a pest control company to drop 2,000 roaches, and you're
yeah.
$1 a roach.
Times are tough. Here's one. Here's the most popular one she hears from men going out to cheat. They'll tell their wife they're meeting up with a friend for a quick drink, and they tell their wives not to wait up.
That's fucked.
She said often this is just an easy way for them to get to start knowing a new mistress. The next big one is that she claims cheaters say that they're not allowed to take personal calls at work because their boss will be upset. Seems like guys that cheat just blame their job.
And I think that's gone out the window since the pandemic. Like people are working from home.
Dude, that's fucking. I mean, think of side pieces had a tough pandemic, right? I mean, like, how are you gonna explain going out to see your girl if there's nothing open? You're like, hey, I'm gonna go.
Right. And then you get COVID.
I'm gonna go get gas
I've only
for
seen
4
two
hours.
people.
I'll be back. Like, what?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go journal by the mountains while getting fucked in the ass. Like, yeah, creativity here.
Here's another good one. She says that your man's cheating if he has a credit card, but it's just for work, which is bullshit. Because I work for companies that gave me a credit card.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a corporate credit card. So am I a baller? I don't know.
Yeah, and she said the final one that they're definitely cheating if they get a second work phone, and they don't let you have access to it.
Who's getting access to any phones? That's a
I've said that
dictatorship.
before. If you
not
want to
a
be
fuck-
happy, you leave your significant other's phone alone.
Who the fuck? I never had access to any guy I'm dating's phone.
Well, I've always said if you don't trust the guy, then don't go through his phone. Just break up with him.
Well, yeah,
It solves the problem immediately. I don't trust his behavior. Let me go through his phone. It's like I don't trust him. I'm done with him.
Right,
just
right.
make the second step already. Like,
right, and that's how I feel about cheating. If you're so bored, leave the relationship and hook up with everybody.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like you cheat and you give yourself something to be stressed about.
Yeah, agree. But
You
some
know,
people
when he was
enjoy
like, "Hey, I'm not really happy in this relationship. Can we,
some people thrive off that drama, though.
Well, that I think is that's where nurture comes in, right? Those are people I feel like that grew up not experiencing like stable relationships.
Totally.
Just so they get off and like we've all had friends like that. They like to argue with their significant
Familiar
other.
pain.
They like
They're
to get
oh,
like
this
shouting
is what I
matches
know.
in public. Like that kind
You're
of
like,
thing.
that's not normal. Like, this is how I grew up. You're like,
Yeah,
oh.
it's like, you don't shout at people like that in the street. Like,
yeah, like
grow up.
leave the waitress alone. Like, she'll bring your chicken parm in a minute, douchebag.
Oh shit! What do you got coming up?
I'm honestly sort of taking it easy. Like, not really. Well, I have
summertime shows are. It's odd. Like, oddly enough, this summer I have a bunch of dates, but
yeah,
all of them I feel like are just pent up from the pandemic.
I'm doing back. Shout out to Dano Carter again. I'm doing his show at Hermosa Beach Rooftop on Thursday,
that's
and
fun.
then I have Anthony Stratici's show on Sunday.
Stariti,
yes.
His last name's hard to say. I think I said it right that time.
Love him.
Stariti,
Doing his Haha Cafe Comedy Club show Sunday.
Young Fly Stallone.
Yeah, he's
good
so
looking
sweet.
kid.
He's so sweet. Yeah, and then I'm going back to Boston for some shows in New Hampshire, New York, and Boston, like July 18th. And yeah, I'm still kind of getting settled. Like, I finally got like a bed set yesterday. Like, I'm just still I just moved here like literally a couple of weeks
so when
ago.
did you get in?
Well, I technically got here in May, but then I went back for like
you
the
were living
Wilbur
in Boston
show
and
and the
back?
Newport, Rhode Island Comedy Fest. Yeah, I was in Boston.
Okay.
I'm just always like kind of bouncing back and forth, but like I'm finally officially here.
I don't even know where you started.
I started out here, believe it or
Okay.
not. But then
I've known you for a couple of years now, but I didn't know where. A few years, but I didn't know.
where
I know you're a Boston person,
Yeah.
but I met you out here.
So true. Yeah,
But I was only there for a short amount of time before I
Yeah.
moved, so I wasn't sure what.
I know, it's funny. Like, I kind of did things backwards. Most people start in Boston. They go from Boston, New York to LA. I went LA, New York, Boston, now
Okay.
LA.
Yeah.
So I kind of dabbled when I lived here like about 10 years ago. Then I did like 8 years in New York, that's 1 year in Boston. Now I'm back.
Nice.
So I'm excited. I'm
Part
pumped to be
time,
back. I'm in WeHo, baby. All the gay men.
No shit.
Short.
Too.
Wait, you're in WeHo too?
I am.
Fuck yeah. Wait,
I
what
should have
street
given you
are
a
you on?
ride. If I'd have known.
What street are you on?
Let's give out my address. I'm at 919.
Oh, I keep forgetting. This is how a testament to you. I literally keep forgetting we're doing a podcast.
I
I'm
also
like,
don't care. I would give my address. I don't know who the fuck's showing up.
you're like,
now.
please show up and bring some balls
Yeah, right. Yeah.
that I can
Show up and
suck
bite my
on.
nuts. No,
Okay. No, this is fun. No, I do keep forgetting we're on a
no,
podcast.
I'm over by the Improv. I'm very close. I'm like 4
wait,
blocks
so
from
am
the Improv.
I.
Oh, yeah. All right, then we'll go.
Oh, I'm on Northwest Knoll. Stalkers, please come.
All right. The Bumble meetup didn't go so well.
I'm next to Shake Shack. I really am. I'm
The
next
Bumble
to Shake
meetup
Shack.
didn't go so well. So
Yeah,
please,
so please
if you're
show up.
looking to stalk a young woman,
and bring your teeth. Please bring your teeth.
yeah, bring
Bring your Dracula teeth. and some rosé.
Yeah, if you have some
that
fresh
guy.
veneers, I'm really into that. You know.
Wait, that actually be perfect.
I know
Like, no.
it's like a boob job for you. Like, you're like,
Oh my God.
like a guy with fresh veneers is like a chick with a boob job for a guy. You're like, ooh, he can bite me with those chompers.
And he can leave the chompers on me.
Yeah,
while I'm
yeah.
pulling out. Ew, I'm dying.
Yeah, you should date an older man. The dentures, you can just bite yourself with them.
Yeah, I can't go over than like I can't date older than like 25. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding.
How old are
No,
you?
I can't. I'm 33.
Oh, you usually date up. Girls always date up.
No,
I'm
I
surprised.
know. The guy I'm dating now is 25, and I love it.
Really?
He's-
Why?
so
He must. What do you guys
he's
talk
hot.
about?
He's very mature. He's super hot. He's super
How mature
secure.
can you be? He's a guy and he's 25.
He's very mature.
Well, maybe you know what it is. Maybe
He's
you're
gonna
just,
listen to this,
maybe
by the
you're
way.
maybe you're just immature enough that it kind of works.
I'm playful and youthful. I've dated older guys and like they're all fucked up and damaged. Like I have a guy that's like a clean slate who's caring, thoughtful, secure, confident, great family, same interests as me, very
Sounds
hot,
like
very
he has
successful.
money. The great family that was thrown in there. Great family.
Because I look for that because my parents are divorced and like I could be seen as like
You know
oh.
what? That is something
You know what I mean? It's
I will
true.
tell young people out there.
He knows a loving
It
relationship.
is important to see someone come from. They have to have some stability in their family life.
Yeah.
Because you meet a girl and she, it's fucked up.
Daddy
and, like,
issues is a real thing.
the odds of it leaking onto her are a lot higher. I'm not saying every person that comes from a broken home has problems.
Right. I
but
come from a broken phone.
so do I. And I have problems.
And I'm perfect. So
I have problems. But I'm saying, yeah, but there's definitely like a higher preponderance of the person that you're dealing with to have.
Preponderance means SAT words.
I know. Well, there's just a higher
higher likelihood.
that the person is going to have some
Can I
emotional
finish this?
issues. Yeah, please. If they came from a different
Of course,
family
like
life.
I'm never not stoked that the person I like has a happily married parent. Like, it's a good
But
sign for me.
But I will tell you, even that, like I've dated girls with like they come from like the Leave It to Beaver household, and on the like at first
Surface.
appearance, it seems like it's perfectly fine. But then you pull back the layers, like they look fine from the outside, but they have their own fucked up dynamic
course,
that's
no-
leaching into my relationship with her. Like
Well, no family's perfect. If a family's perfect,
no,
they're
there's
so
people in it.
Yeah, like there's.
Of
that's
course
good.
not,
There's people
because a
in it.
family's people and people are fucked up.
No, and so even the Leave It to Beaver types, it's just like what kind of bag? Like everyone has fucking baggage. Like what kind of baggage do you want to deal with? Like do you know you have baggage? Are you someone that's like aware of your baggage? Like hey, here's my baggage. Here's yours. Great. That's like, but someone that's like not aware of their baggage. Gotta
No.
run. Like, and some of the older dudes I've dated, like, have not been aware of their baggage. And they're like, by the way, like a year in, here's all my baggage. And they've been lying, manipulating. And like, this younger gentleman is like
Too dumb to know
actually
better?
quite. Well, I think he's just like.
Too dumb to know
No,
better.
I think he's I don't know. It's funny. It's a thing, I guess. But like,
You met him on this Bumble thing, or
so get this. He saw me on Bumble, swiped right on me. I must not have seen him, or maybe I swiped left. But I'm like, he's too cute. I would have definitely swiped right on him. Slides in the DMs. Of course, I have my handle in there at Janelle Jokes. I'll plug myself again.
Oh, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a way to get followers.
Well, a lot of people don't. I know. I've got a lot of followers. I have
But
pen
also, like-
pals now. I've never met up with them, but they follow me for years.
But also, it'll like disappear on the dating app, so like you can.
It's nice. It's nice if they go the extra mile, and I've done that before when I was single. And
Oh, so you want to see what they look like on their Instagram? 'Cause
Of course,
whatever
I
they're
think
presenting on
legit.
Bumble is
yeah,
fucking.
and like,
I mean,
some-
both are going to be procured and somewhat lies, but like
Right.
at least you could like look at the tag photos, like, oh, this is what she looks like when her friends post her.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, you have a kid and you didn't mention that to me. It's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to fucking, or I will meet up. But so he actually slid in my DMs, and guess what? The first time he saw me and met me was at that Wilbur show opening for Brian
Oh, nice.
Glowacki.
So he lives back there.
He's in Boston.
Okay.
So, but what a cool way for him to meet me. Like, I was kind of half-ass joking. He was like talking to me. I'm like, how do I know you? He's like, oh, sorry. Like, not sorry. He was like, I swiped right on you. You must have swiped left on me, but that's life. So I was confident that he slid in. And then he was like, what's going on? I kind of like wasn't really entertaining it, but I tossed out the invite. Come to the show. He came, brought 3 friends. I was like, ding, 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 cool. Came to the after party. I was like, immediately like, you're like my person. Like, I was just like enamored
Into it.
immediately. I was super drawn. You
Yeah.
know those people, their energy, how they carry themselves. I was so into him. And then we just like boom, 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 had a bunch of dates, been keeping in touch, and like we're like quite smitten, and it feels nice, it feels good. And it's like the first version of him, his first way of meeting me was seeing me on that stage. And
Well,
he was
I mean,
like,
you're never gonna look better, right? Than before. I mean,
I know, and I had hair done, makeup done, great
it's
outfit.
the reason why Ralphie May got pussy. You know, like even though he was fat and ugly, he was really funny, and people
So
and
true.
600 people would laugh, and women are like, he's
Yeah.
got something.
And I think-
All these people agree he's the funniest guy in the room.
It doesn't
He's got something
hurt.
about him, yeah.
And I think like secure enough people are like drawn to that. I think sometimes insecure people, like the
It's
ex
also
he
just
had.
fun. It's like, oh, that was cool.
that's
You did
a
that.
cool.
That's
This
a
is
thing
your
to do.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. But I think some people, like maybe your ex that like didn't like you doing jokes about the break about being single. Some can't handle it. Some are like, oh, I want that attention, or I don't want you to have other people's
Oh, yeah.
attention. He's like very secure, doesn't get jealous. Like, so I like that about him, and I need that. Like, I need that in a relationship.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he has more secureness in him and more maturity than older dudes I've
What
dated.
does he do for work?
He's a real estate commercial broker.
Okay, so
Yeah.
straight job.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not in show business at all.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But he's like very,
That's
very
important.
cool, and
That's
he's fun.
important.
Yeah. And he's so supportive. Like, he's been to a bunch of my like shit bar shows after the like. I was like, damn, it's cool. that
That's
we're here.
always.
Yeah, and he's just like there, and he's like, anything you do, like he's like all about it. I'm like, I like
I always
this.
feel so bad though. Like if I'm dating a girl and she like, oh, I gotta go do a spot, some dumpy bar show. It's like, oh, I'll come and then we'll go out after. I'm like, you don't have to. This is
Yeah.
just, it's not worth it.
But
like,
that's how much
well,
they
I feel like I'm like
us.
dragging. I'm like, no, I want to come.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I know you want to support me, but don't.
You're like, please don't.
But don't.
There'll
Don't
be two
bother.
people there plus the bartender. And you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's cool for them to see like our journey too, and like kind of understand like what we go through.
Oh, yeah.
Then they see us on the big shows and like, oh, they need to know about our world a little bit. Even if it's the worst show, they can still get a drink and have fun. Like, it's still not a bad place to be in. Not like in a fucking office.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Could
always
be
a
worse.
bar.
It could be
Very
worse.
true.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. So what do you got coming out? You said this is coming out
So
next
just
week.
have some local
It's
dates.
coming out.
Oh.
Because I'm going to.
You're going back east?
I'm gonna be back in New York the 4th through the 7th in New York
Okay.
City.
Okay, nice.
Doing some local shows, bullshitting with Jeff.
July 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep. But this weekend I'm gonna be in. This won't come out in time, but I'm gonna be at CB Live.
What is that? What's CB Live?
CB Live in Phoenix, in Scottsdale, Arizona,
fuck
Desert
yeah.
Ridge.
Good for you.
But this will be coming out. Mic Drop Comedy, July 22nd, 23rd. Me, Jeff Dye, Josh Nelson in San Diego. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh my God, I want to come to that.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
back east though. Damn.
Come down.
That sounds fun.
I'll hook you up with Josh Nelson. He books a bunch of shows down there.
Okay,
He
sweet.
always
Yeah,
needs- he
yeah.
always
I
needs
love
funny
doing,
gals to
like-
come down, do some spots.
Yeah, I do like the Don't Tell shows in San Diego.
I haven't
did,
done a
like,
Don't Tell
I did
show
a
yet.
comedy store with.
No, here anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I got to put
yeah.
Mike Turner and whoever else the other guy is. I forget.
There's some fun ones here too. Yeah.
Well, they get good videos. That's what it's all about these days.
True. They do good
You'll
videos.
tape it for me? Thanks.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, what else am I doing? I guess I'm doing, if anyone's in Atwater Village, I'm doing like Ryan Connor's, Vino show. I'm doing like.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
I've done that one.
I love that show. The little
Yeah.
wine bar downstairs. I love these like weird little hipster like LA shows. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you walk to like a wine store and like Silver Lake and you're like go downstairs. It's, yeah, but just a bunch of like random smallish shows now, but it's only because I'm like getting on my 2 feet for living
Getting
here.
back in?
Yeah.
Nice. And follow her at Janelle Jokes.
Yeah,
right?
please.
Is that on
do.
everything?
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yep.
You big TikTok person?
I'm not a big TikTok person.
I know. I feel like I got to get into it. It's one more fucking thing.
I know.
That's work, you know.
Yeah, it
I
is.
spent enough time building a small Instagram following. And I
Right.
gotta do
No,
it
you
somewhere
have a
else.
great Instagram following. It's just like it's another thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, can we just slow down on the fucking things?
Well, I don't mind the posting of the jokes and shit. What I mind is like having like edit video and like do it like all of a sudden I'm a fucking AV guy now. Like
no, for
it's
sure.
it's one thing for me to write a joke.
You're
and
like
post
a big Twitter guy too. Like you love to do your tweet jokes, which they're always just fucking hilarious. But like, yeah, the clips are like they always seem easy, right? And they like fuck up the words. Like it's always.
It's a pain in
I
the
just
ass.
recently like hired somebody just recently because I was like, you know what? I got this day job. Like I'm gonna use my time wisely and delegate. So I'm gonna have her start clipping out my stuff because I've been. That's the last thing I ever do is my own shit. Like because I don't put anything into my social media and I should.
Yeah.
I should be doing more. I put some.
Well,
I should be doing more.
say,
but I get this like I'm
you're doing
producing
fine.
a documentary.
You're going on the road doing fucking.
No, for sure.
doing
No, I
theaters.
think
You're doing fine.
Yeah, no, I'm doing well. I just like I also am producing a documentary called
Really?
Anxiety Club. Yeah,
What's that
we
about?
actually
Anxiety?
yeah, it's about anxiety through the lens of comedians, and we actually interviewed like Mark Maron, Mark Norman, Joe List, Dane Cook.
What was the genesis of this?
So I actually met the filmmaker at a comedy club like 2 years ago, and I started like helping her out, and I'm an associate producer in the film, and it's like really fun, but it's a lot of work. So I'm doing that on top of the day job. I'm essentially like a marketing executive at AMC, and then I'm also doing the fucking stand up. So it's just like it's a lot of things to then also do my own social. Is like
I gotta get a day job so I can not do my own social.
No,
so
but
pay
it's
somebody else.
No, but you left your day job like with an intentional purpose. I guess I'm still like enjoying mine right now, but we'll see.
I know. Yeah, I had almost 6 full years off. So
Good for you.
I gotta
That's
get back to
so
work.
nice, though. Oh yeah, you are looking right. You're looking to get back.
I'm looking. But I lament not having longer, but it's like fuck, man. Who gets? I had my mid-30s off.
That's so nice.
I took a sabbatical. It's like I might not make it to retirement, but I had 6 years off in the middle of my life. So
it's kind of
I
nice.
shouldn't really complain. Most people, like at 32, weren't just sitting around fucking off and telling jokes at night.
Yeah, like I'm 33 now. I'm not ever sitting around, unfortunately.
You actually started at 33. That's right. No, so yeah.
Oh, so you did start at 30. Yeah, you started later.
Yeah. So 33 to 39.
But you still look 33. I'm like, aren't you my age? Like.
Oh, thanks. It's the drugs.
Oh, thanks.
No.
What's your skin regime?
Nothing. I just wash with soap and
wash.
water. No, I'll tell you, I did have more gray hair when
did
I
you
was
die?
working.
You died.
No. When I was working, I was more stressed
This-
out. When it grows out, you see more of it. But I'm just glad I'm keeping most of my hair.
You do believe
Thank
it's
God.
directly connected to stress and only stress.
Not only stress, aging, but
I have some
stress
grays.
does it too.
Can you see my grays? I disguise them with blonde,
You're
but
too
like,
young to fucking.
dude, I have grays. I have grays. I got them when I was like
you
29.
have gray asshole hair. It's wild.
What? You want to talk about anal play? We
Hey, no, we'll see.
do a whole other hour.
I know,
Let's
I know.
talk about butt stuff. Harrison.
Harrison's got to go. Well, I'll have to have you back. We'll talk about the butt
Yeah,
stuff.
let's do it.
Thanks for doing this.
This is fun.
Absolutely. Follow her at Janelle Jokes on Instagram. Follow me at Randy Villa. Follow the podcast at Race Up Low Podcast. Obviously, we'll be back next week, folks. Maybe I'll try and get somebody in New York for the week.
should.
We'll see.
Dude,
I got to find a studio time.
stand up New York.
I know. Oh, yeah, my buddy John Borromeo. But that's it for this one, guys. Peace.